Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving deep into the dramatic events poised to unfold on Friday, April 25th, in Port Charles. Strap in as we take you on a journey through tangled relationships, tense confrontations, and emotional crossroads, all reimagined, analyzed, and expanded for our spoiler-loving audience. Get comfortable, because this exploration is packed with fresh perspectives, new twists, and fascinating psychological insight into your favorite General Hospital characters. Molly's ultimatum, family, forgiveness, and futility. The episode's emotional crescendo revolves around Molly Lansing Davis, who faces her father Rick Lansing with a declaration that could forever reshape their relationship. Molly, known for her sharp wit and steadfast morals, doesn't just issue a warning, she offers Rick a mirror, forcing him to confront the consequences of his choices. While fans might recall a history of tension between Molly and Rick, this confrontation is notably different. Molly's voice is not just that of an angry daughter, she is the living embodiment of principle, weighed down by trauma and betrayal. The catalyst? Rick's entanglement with the ever-controversial Ava Jerome. Their relationship is more than a romantic fling, it's an alliance built on secrets, blackmail, and the shared scars of Port Charles's dark underbelly. Molly's anguish is not mere jealousy or overprotectiveness, it's a cry for justice, for integrity in a world seemingly bereft of both. Let's dig deeper. Psychologically, Molly's resistance is a form of self-preservation. By drawing a boundary, she attempts to reclaim agency over a life rocked by tragedy, her baby's suffering, Ava's role in it, and the moral erosion she sees in Rick. Will Molly's willingness to walk away from Rick if he continues with Ava truly result in estrangement? Likely not, but the threat itself is a potent weapon, poised to force Rick into an uncomfortable reckoning with his desires versus his familial obligations. Imagine, for a moment, Rick's inner turmoil. He's a man balancing on a tightrope on one side, the tantalizing danger and thrill of Ava, on the other, the unconditional love of his daughter. In his heart, the echoes of near-death and second chances add gravity to every decision. Can he reconcile these worlds? Or is he, as Molly suspects, doomed to repeat the selfish mistakes of his past? Their next encounter will reveal who Rick chooses to be. Brooklyn's turmoil, lost connections and lingering secrets. Shifting gears, the unpredictable saga of Brooklyn Quartermain comes into renewed focus. Few characters in Port Charles encapsulate the chaos of fate quite like Brooklyn, and recent events have left her raw with anxiety. The supposed adoption agency that once promised hope has evaporated into thin air, leaving more than paperwork in its wake. It's left a crater of uncertainty about her child's future and identity. But that's not all. The specter of Lulu Spencer, always a force for candor, looms large. Her confidential conversation with Lucas Jones, whose own life as an adopted child offers a unique lens, is more than idle gossip. It's a stealthy inquiry, a probing expedition into the shadows Brooklyn desperately wants to escape. Lulu's persistence signals the start of a larger crusade for truth, one that could upend lives and heal old wounds, or perhaps deepen them. The emotional dynamics at play here are worth unpacking in detail. Brooklyn's dismay isn't just about the logistics of adoption, it's the ache of a mother forced to relinquish control, the fear of the unknown, and the shame of secrets kept far too long. With the agency shuttered and answers seemingly unattainable, she's forced to wrestle with an existential question: is love for her child best expressed by seeking out the truth, regardless of the consequences? Or does safety lie in leaving the past undisturbed? Meanwhile, Lucas's perspective is vital. As someone who has navigated the complex labyrinth of adoptive identity, his advice could be both a balm and a catalyst. In clandestine meetings, hidden phone calls, and heart-to-heart confessions, a new alliance may be quietly forming, one with the power to unravel the very fabric of the Quartermain legacy. Sonny's ordeal, loyalty, vulnerability, and the weights of leadership. At the heart of the episode, Sonny Corinthos stands on the threshold of a life-changing procedure. His heart, long symbolic of strength, loyalty, and relentless resolve, now betrays him, demanding that he finally slow down. This moment is more than medical peril, it's a metaphor for the fragility of power. Sonny's inner circle, fiercely protective, marshals around him. Dante Falconeri and Christina Corinthos Davis, his children, become his emotional anchors. Their presence is more than filial duty, it's an attempt to bridge years of misunderstandings and unspoken affection. For Dante, the situation resonates on multiple levels, as a cop, a son, and a man who has inherited both his father's stubbornness and heartache. For Christina, supporting Sonny is a chance to mend fractured family ties and assert herself as more than a peripheral figure. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer emerges as the linchpin of Sonny's recovery plan. Her devotion is unwavering, and she takes charge with a fervor that underscores both her love and her need for control in chaos. Carly's history with Sonny is legendary, full of fiery breakups and fierce reunions, and in crisis, she becomes his fiercest advocate. Her actions aren't just those of a lover, but of a co-conspirator, willing to face down any threat, medical or otherwise, for Sonny's sake. Then there's Brick, an often overlooked but unshakable ally whose loyalty to Sonny is matched only by his discretion. Brick's involvement goes beyond business, it's about safeguarding a legacy, ensuring that the Corinthos name is protected no matter the odds. This crisis exposes the unbreakable chain of loyalty binding Sonny's inner circle together, even as they confront their own fears and doubts. Delving into the psychological nuance, Sonny's consent to the surgery can be interpreted as the ultimate act of vulnerability for a man who has always prided himself on being untouchable. This vulnerability, paradoxically, could become his greatest strength, allowing his loved ones to show how deeply they care even if it means admitting their own weaknesses. Ripples through Port Charles, analysis and future speculation. Taken individually, each of these storylines presents a rich tapestry of conflict and connection. Together, they hint at seismic shifts to come. If Rick heeds Molly's warning, does that push Ava toward more desperate measures? Could Brooklyn's quest for the truth inadvertently spark new alliances or uncover old betrayals? And as Sonny faces the scalpel, might this brush with mortality force old rivals to reconsider alliances or even make peace? Let's imagine the days to come. Might Molly's principled stand lead her to take on a larger role in Port Charles politics or law? Could Brooklyn's drive for answers set off a mystery that reverberates through every Quartermain generation? And will Sonny's recovery, successful or not, change the very nature of his relationships with those who stand by him now? In these tangled lives, every decision shapes the future. Port Charles is a place where history never stays buried, love and betrayal go hand in hand, and no one truly stands alone. Next, we embark on a thrilling exploration of Michael Corinthos' fate and the ever-shifting landscape of Port Charles. We'll untangle the swirling rumors, analyze the social media buzz, and unravel the deeper implications of potential casting decisions, all while going far beyond the surface to imagine the drama both on and off the screen. The future of Michael Corinthos, endless possibilities. Let's begin at the heart of fan speculation, Michael's return. The character's absence has left a palpable void, raising the stakes for his eventual comeback. Could audiences be on the edge of witnessing an audacious reimagining of Michael Corinthos? Picture this, rather than a simple return, the writers could orchestrate an intricate arc where Michael's experiences in Germany transform him in unexpected ways, introducing new psychological depths, motivations, and challenges. Such a twist could redefine not only Michael but also the dynamics of the Corinthos family, potentially leading to fractures or surprising new alliances. This depth of character evolution is what keeps viewers deeply invested, and it allows the show's creative team to flex their storytelling prowess. Willow's journey, love, loyalty, and healing. Shifting focus to Willow Take Corinthos, her anticipated trip to the Baden-Baden burn facility is far more than a routine visit. Imagine the emotional weight she carries, her determination to support Michael speaks volumes about her strength and their bond. But what if her journey catalyzes her own transformation? Perhaps in the corridors of the clinic, Willow encounters other patients whose stories of recovery inspire her to re-evaluate her own priorities and passions. The reunion with Michael, whether it results in joy or heartbreak, could spark a new chapter for Willow. One where she emerges as a leader in advocating for burn victims or even launching a hospital initiative back in Port Charles. Her storyline might intertwine medical drama, romance, and personal empowerment, reflecting the multi-layered appeal of General Hospital. The recast question: social media and fandom collide. Now, let's dive into the casting conundrum that has set the internet abuzz. When Robert Adamson took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his disappointment at being overlooked for the role of Michael, fans noticed and the speculation caught fire. Social media is a powerful force in shaping casting choices today. Imagine a scenario where the showrunners, inspired by this groundswell of online enthusiasm, decide to involve the audience in the process, perhaps with a public voting campaign or behind-the-scenes audition reels released as web exclusives. This level of engagement would not only rejuvenate interest in Michael's storyline but also strengthen the show's connection with its most passionate supporters. New faces in the running, casting as a creative opportunity. The names swirling around Rory Gibson, Drew Garrett, and others represent more than mere personnel decisions. Each potential actor brings a unique energy and backstory, which could dramatically alter Michael's portrayal. For example, casting a past actor like Garrett could reintroduce legacy plotlines or unresolved tensions, while a fresh face like Gibson might reshape the character from the ground up. This flexibility offers the show a rare opportunity to reinvent Michael for a new era, perhaps repositioning him as a business visionary, a flawed anti-hero, or even a reluctant peacemaker caught between warring families. The right casting can breathe new life into not just a character, but the entire canvas of Port Charles. Behind the scenes. Navigating change at General Hospital. But casting decisions don't happen in a vacuum. Consider the complex web of negotiations, chemistry reads, and backstage deliberations that occur every time a major character's future hangs in the balance. When Chad Duell sat down with co-stars Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson after his departure, it symbolized more than a friendly chat. These conversations revealed a camaraderie, tension, and uncertainty that define daytime drama off-camera. Imagine the team brainstorming bold new storylines, debating whether to prioritize nostalgia or risk-taking, and weighing actor availability against fan expectations. These moments are the crucible in which soap opera magic is forged. Executive vision, keeping doors open. Executive producer Frank Valentini's decision to leave the door open for Chad Duell's return is a classic soap play and a shrewd one. This strategy not only preserves narrative flexibility but also stokes suspense among viewers. In the fast-changing world of daytime TV, the ability to pivot quickly, respond to audience feedback, and capitalize on real-life events is essential. It's entirely possible that GH leadership is monitoring fan forums, tracking sentiment, and planning a dramatic reveal that will maximize ratings and social media engagement. The Michael Corinthos legacy, history, memory, and myth. Michael Corinthos is more than a character, he's an institution within the soap's mythology. Over the years, his journey from childhood adversity to adult complexity has mirrored the evolution of General Hospital itself. Each actor who has inhabited the role has brought subtle shades of vulnerability, ambition, and conflict, ensuring that Michael remains a compelling focal point. The current uncertainty actually amplifies his significance, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and speculation fuels the mythology. New horizons, potential storylines and future stakes. What might the future hold for Michael, his family, and his enemies? If the writers choose to embrace the full potential of the character's return, we could see seismic shifts in Port Charles. Imagine Michael returning with a mysterious companion, a secret agenda, or even amnesia, a classic soap trope that opens doors for intrigue and unexpected pairings. Perhaps he'll uncover a hidden conspiracy within the hospital itself or become entangled in a battle for control of the Corinthos Empire. Each narrative choice carries ripple effects, transforming not just Michael's destiny but also the fates of Sunny, Willow, and the entire community. Final thoughts: anticipation, community, and soap opera magic. As we await the next chapter in Michael Corinthos' saga, one thing is certain: General Hospital remains a masterclass in serialized storytelling, thriving on uncertainty, reinvention, and the passionate engagement of its fanbase. Whether Chad Duell returns, a new actor steps into the role, or the character takes an unexpected path, the journey promises to be unforgettable. Next, we will learn about the tangled web of secrets, science, and suspense that's set to shake up Port Charles in ways nobody could have predicted. Joselyn Jacks, from tragedy to espionage. As the dust settles on the latest tragedies in Port Charles, Joselyn Jacks stands at the center of a storm she never saw coming. After being forced to kill Cyrus Renault in self-defense, Joselyn's life veered sharply off course, drawing her into a clandestine world of espionage. Jack Brennan, a trusted family friend and WSB agent, saw potential in her resilience and intellect, recruiting her for a covert mission that would demand secrecy even from her closest allies. Joselyn's journey is not merely about survival, it's a testament to her transformation from a grieving young woman to a determined operative. The emotional weight of avenging Dex Heller's murder and the moral complexity of her actions have left her grappling with guilt and purpose. Jack's manipulative encouragement, blending praise with subtle coercion, forced Joselyn to accept a new reality, one where justice sometimes exists outside the law. Her college life now serves as the perfect cover for her undercover role, blurring the lines between normalcy and danger. The secrecy surrounding her mission, the pressure to keep her mother Carly in the dark, and the looming threat of further violence all combine to create a volatile situation. As Joselyn embarks on her first assignment, viewers are left to wonder what new perils await and whether she can maintain her moral compass in a world that rewards ruthlessness. The resurrection game, clones, imposters, and the return of the dead. Port Charles has always been a place where the dead rarely stay buried, but the latest rumors suggest the show is about to push the boundaries of reality even further. Whispers of a clone storyline have ignited speculation about who might return and how. The possibility of Victor Cassidy's resurrection, perhaps as a clone rather than the original villain, has fans theorizing about the true fate of the man who met his end in Greenland. The Cassidy legacy is built on deception, scientific experimentation, and a thirst for power. Victor's history is a tapestry of villainy, from orchestrating weather-controlling schemes with the Ice Princess Diamond to manipulating the lives and deaths of Port Charles's most beloved residents. His connections to cryogenic labs and a penchant for bringing the dead back to life make the idea of a Victor clone not only plausible but tantalizing. But the resurrection game doesn't end with Victor. The notion that other deceased characters could return, revealed as clones rather than their original selves, opens the door to limitless storytelling possibilities. Imagine the shockwaves if beloved or reviled figures suddenly re-emerged, their identities and loyalties uncertain. The moral and emotional fallout for their friends and families would be profound, forcing everyone in Port Charles to confront the question, what truly makes someone who they are? Drew Kane, the mystery of identity and memory. No storyline in Port Charles is complete without a dose of psychological intrigue, and Drew Kane's recent behavior has left both viewers and residents baffled. Once celebrated as a hero, Drew's transformation into a figure marked by erratic mood swings and hardened attitudes has fueled rumors of an imposter or even a clone taking his place. The seeds of suspicion were sown after Drew's traumatic ordeal in Pentonville, where a brutal attack nearly cost him his life. While some attribute his personality shift to possible brain damage, others see the hallmarks of a classic General Hospital twist, mind-mapping experiments gone awry or a full-blown identity swap. The possibility that Drew is not who he appears to be raises existential questions about memory, consciousness, and the soul. If Drew is a clone or an imposter, what does that mean for his relationships, his past heroism, and his future in Port Charles? The ripple effects would touch everyone who trusts him, from Sam McCall to his daughter Scout. The show's willingness to explore these themes speaks to its enduring appeal, blending science fiction with soap opera drama to keep viewers guessing at every turn. Professor Henry Dalton, Science, Secrets, and the Shadow of Cloning. At the heart of the clone speculation is the enigmatic Professor Henry Dalton, portrayed by Daniel Goddard. Dalton's introduction has been shrouded in mystery, with social media posts and cryptic interviews hinting at secrets yet to be revealed. Goddard's decision to highlight Nobel Prize-winning biologist Sir John Gordon as Dalton's mentor is no accident. Gordon's pioneering work in cloning and nuclear transplantation revolutionized our understanding of genetics and cellular identity. The choice of Gordon as Dalton's idol is a narrative clue, suggesting that Dalton's expertise, and perhaps his ambitions, lie in the realm of genetic engineering and human cloning. Gordon's legacy, from creating clone frogs to inspiring the cloning of Dolly the sheep, underscores the ethical and scientific dilemmas that could soon grip Port Charles. Dalton's reverence for Gordon hints at a character motivated by both scientific curiosity and a desire to push boundaries. Is Dalton working in secret to perfect the art of cloning? Could his research be the key to the strange happenings in town, from Drew's personality shifts to the possible resurrection of Victor Cassadine? The answers may lie in Dalton's past, his ambitions, and the lengths he's willing to go to achieve them.